Welcome back. Parkinson's disease affects millions of Americans this year, and April is Parkinson's Awareness Month. Joining us now is Nick Fye from Lifetime Fitness to talk about how staying moving and specifically exercise can help. And Nick, thank you for joining us. Thanks for being here today. Can we start with why is working out so important to help those with the disease?
Yeah, so with Parkinson's, it's essentially the uptake of dopamine is an issue with the brain. And so exercise is awesome for your brain. A lot of people think of your muscles and the physical aspect, but it's really good for decreasing inflammation in your brain, the utilization of that dopamine, a really fun word, neuroplasticity, which is like the connections of your brain. So it has really positive implications for, Parkinson's is neurodegenerative, which means it's going to continue progressing. But exercise is one of the key tools to help delay some of the onset, manage symptoms. So overall, great for your body, great for your brain, and those with Parkinson's, I highly advise, getting involved in some exercise too.
Yeah, so you actually started a group at your gym to help those with Parkinson's, and we were talking about this a little bit in the break there, but can you just expand on that a little bit and tell folks what that's about?
Community is huge with Parkinson's. It can be a pretty isolating diagnosis for both, the person diagnosed, the care partners, the family. So that social side has been, impactful for me I have family members that had Parkinson's and seeing them deal with that with their life and the care partners associated. And, in our group, we really focus on obviously the health and the fitness side because that helps, but it's also how are we feeling? What's working around the home place? How are, medications responding to you? And, just working together in this community and, me as the facilitator, seeing them become friends and do activities together. And, we've really gotten involved with the American Parkinson's Disease Association here in Iowa where they have, walks and conferences and just really good things in the area. And so just making that network and helping them find friends who are, dealing with similar stuff, and the care partner piece too of letting them speak their side and, how they're handling the disease.
How has that experience with your family helped shape what you do through Lifetime?
It's been pretty impactful. Like I remember my great-grandmother was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and I remember seeing that as a kid. And shortly after she passed away, we started a golf tournament to help raise money for Parkinson's at the time. And back then I didn't realize the implications of that. And now as I've gotten older and I'm like, because of that, I know I can be an advocate for Parkinson's and I can help make a change. And, ideally we can keep fundraising and creating resources and maybe find a cure in my lifetime. That'd be really, really cool. That's, I'm pursuing a doctorate in kinesiology right now where it's like bridging the gap of the research to what can we actually apply to the population here and just kind of keep helping people. It's a wonderful cause.
So what are some exercises or workouts that people can do to help manage the disease or even prevent symptoms maybe if they're prior here?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different symptoms of Parkinson's where it can be unique, person to person, but, really big, large-scale movements where we're working a lot of different muscle groups, functional movements that are, reaching up into the cupboards, grabbing the groceries, stuff like that. There's some aspects of some people respond well to agility, balance training, some strength training. That neuroplasticity is finding new things to your body. So the key is, doing it in a safe environment, but also with the right intensity, the right approach. And I'd mentioned American Parkinson's Disease Association. They have some great resources of, local classes, things you can do. We are building some classes at Lifetime down the road. And different approaches like boxing, rock climbing. Iowa Climb has a great program where you wouldn't think Parkinson's and rock climbing, but it is a really great experience for them of like, I can do this. It's strength, it's mobility, it's awesome stuff for them.
Awesome. Nick, thank you so much for being with us today. A really important conversation.